Hi class, welcome to week 2. So my name is Shannon Corcoran. For those of you who don't know me, I'm one of the core business management instructors. Last week I didn't have an introductory video. I just kind of wanted to see how you guys did the first week with assignments and where we would go from there. So I have worked in business and industry for over 13 years and also run a couple of my own entrepreneurial ventures, which I'll discuss later this term. But week 2, we are really starting to dive into some of our core assignments for this class and get started with you guys forming teams and the business model canvas. So when you're in Blackboard each week, you'll see at the top, I have posted like a weekly overview, just giving you reminders of when assignments are due. This week, you're gonna have to make sure you log in by Thursday and then complete the rest by Monday at midnight. Because there are quite a few discussion forums. I know it's hard in an online atmosphere to really form those groups and get to know one another. So I'm hoping through the use of some discussion forums this week that you'll have that opportunity to discuss with one another and really expand upon getting to know one another and seeing what others' capabilities are as well. So this week, we're really going to start exploring that business model canvas. You guys did some readings last week and research as to what is a canvas, what is entrepreneurship, just kind of a refresher on your mindset course that you've previously taken. And we're going to build on it this week. So this week, you guys are going to set up teams of 3 to 5 students. I have a wiki that you guys will sign up on. I have it blocked out so you're forced into certain teams. It's going to be based on a first come first serve basis on who ends up on which team. You guys will develop a team contract later on down the road. And it's going to be kind of unique working in teams this term. You're going to have part of your teamwork assignment due by Thursdays that you'll need to submit. And then the rest of your assignments you'll turn in individually by Monday, or there might be another component with your team that's due on Monday. So it's going to give you some time to gather information, put together your assignment, and then build on it for the remainder of your assignment each week. Because the assignment, the Canvas model assignment, will be posted so you can see each section, you'll be able to work ahead with your teams based on your own individual schedules. So this week for learning assignments, it's to review the competencies and the learning objectives, review how a business canvas can be used. You also have readings in your textbook that are highlighted right here in Blackboard. Then you need to do some research this week. What are some tools that an online student can use to collaborate with other students in the class? And I'd like you guys to share that information via discussion forum, where you guys will post on there what types of tools you've maybe used in the past, maybe not, and share those with one another so you can figure out what's going to work best for your student group, because you will be collaborating and working together online. And email is probably not the easiest way to do it, or Facebook Messenger, like I hear that one a lot. You're going to want to find some other way to meet and decide on what are some norms for your team in order to do those meetings and share information collaboratively. Aside from that, so you're going to do some research on how or why a business may use a canvas. You'll share that information to Padlet. The Padlets are fairly easy to use if you haven't used one before. The discussion forum is right here. So you'll click on the Padlet. It'll open up and you're going to add your information to it by clicking over here. Be sure to put your name in there so that you get credit for it, because without your name, I don't know who posts it. The next thing, besides your Padlet that you'll do, is you'll submit your teams that you want to work with on this project. You guys will follow an entrepreneurial company and complete all 9 sections for that entrepreneur in your canvas as a team. So the wiki's here, you just edit the wiki and add your name for the team that you'd like to be on. The teams are going to be 4 or 5 students. Depending on how you guys sign up, there'll be 5 different teams. After you've done that, there is the discussion forum on tools for creating a business concept summary, or a business canvas, as we're going to refer to it in this class. So there's several tools out there that you can use online besides just your Microsoft Word. So I want you guys to do some research on those different tools that you could use online to create your business model canvas and post out on this discussion forum. And the last discussion that you have this week is a Flipgrid on teamwork. While you guys have probably worked in teams for several semesters, because this is, for most of you, your third or fourth term, it seems to be an area, even in your final year as a student here at Western, that students need to develop and continue to improve. So this term, we're going to highlight some expectations you have for teamwork, some ground rules, develop a team charter, which is a team contract that you guys will have with one another, and really form that team. So part of your work this week is to complete a Flipgrid. A Flipgrid discussion forum may be unique for some of you in the fact that it's a video that you're going to create. So you'll click on the link, it'll take you to the discussion forum, and it'll explain what you need to do here. So you're going to research tools that students can use to collaboratively work online. Share that in your video. What are 3 of the benefits to using that tool, and what is one of the drawbacks or challenges to that tool? And then as you guys are forming teams, you're going to set some expectations, some ground rules, make that team contract that I mentioned, and those are going to guide how your team operates. But before you get into creating that contract next week, you guys need to research and provide 5 examples that would go along with high-performing teams. So what are some ground rules or some expectations that you should have for teams in order to form those teams and make sure that it's a highly functioning team? So explain those based on your research and how they're going to enhance your group function and performance, and then you'll reply to your classmates via a video. So it's a little unique. There is closed captioning on these two, so if you need to view it with the closed captioning, or if it's easier for you to watch the video with closed captioning, you can do so. But here's the little add button. You literally just click on this. You're going to have to log in, and then you'll be able to post on the Flipgrid. It's a nice discussion forum tool because instead of just typing behind the screen, you're actually able to see your classmates and interact a little bit more. The videos are limited for time recording, so it's under 3 minutes. So it's a quick, short video. So make sure when you start recording that you're prepared. If for some reason you run over, you can add another one. But if you can't get it done in 3 minutes, you probably haven't efficiently stated what you need to share in that discussion forum. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email or call my office phone. If I'm not here, you can leave a message. It'll go to my voicemail as well, so I'll be able to catch that. But that is week 2, and it's really setting us up for week 3. That's going to have you guys start forming those teams, figuring out what company you want to follow. So you can start brainstorming this week what company you want to follow. Maybe you did something in mindset that really stuck out, or you found a new entrepreneur. You can look at those, and then next week your team will decide as a group what company you'll follow, and you'll create that business canvas for them this term. So have a great week, you guys. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know.